of us are working all the time in different respects. Nobody shows up to celebrate your amazing teaching day. That certainly never happened to me in all that time. You were ingrates, by the way. So it's so rare in life, and I am just drinking it in and savoring it. And thank you. It means a lot to me that you're here. I'm especially touched to see so many of my students, my former students here. And I think if you don't know, you wouldn't realize how many of my former students are here, because they're all 25.
Kids are all about fake hair.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Are you sure that's what the kids are doing? I'll give it a shot. Wig's in the title.
Is it from the witness?
He'll be, yes, taking autographs as well. One of the reasons I was able to plagiarize your lives so well was not just teaching 7th grade, was because the book is semi-autobiographical. I was a childhood spy. And actually, one of my neighbors is right here, Rita Whitney. Hi.
I forgot my
Live right
wig,
next door.
but
I don't think we actually spied on you. But I believe my childhood spy friend is here. I just haven't seen her yet. Heather, are you here? Oh my gosh, you're really far back there. Oh my gosh, hi Heather. We will see her later. But Heather, I had not seen in many, many years, but got back in touch again while I was writing this, and we are just buddies again. Mr. Katz shook his finger at me.
Miss Young, we're all very curious about what you might have to say for yourself.
I opened my mouth and hoped the right explanation would find its way out. I stuttered.
The whole place was covered in blood!
I blurted out at last. My mom sighed. Agford made a little gurgling sound that might have been a stifled laugh or an expression of sympathy. I wasn't sure which. When I looked over, she tilted her head at me, squinted, and smiled.
So, honey,
she cooed, shaking her head slowly. I shuddered. I allow maybe 4 people to call me Soph. Charlotte Agford is not one of them.
I understand if you're not ready to apologize, sweetie, but I think that we need to get a few things clear. You sneaked out of your own house at midnight, correct?
Reluctantly, I nodded.
You trespassed on my property.
Dr. Agford waited for my agreement.
You sat in my backyard and spied on me through my windows. Yes?
I guess so.
I said.
You guess so?
My dad erupted.
You guess so?
An actual vein popped to the surface of his forehead.
I mean, that's correct.
I said, fixing my gaze on the basketball hoop in Mr. Katz's Aim High poster.
When the police came, Sophie, do you know what they found?
Agford asked. There was the slightest edge to her falsetto. I was tempted to reply that they'd found mutilated pieces of a human corpse when Mr. Katz answered Agford's question for me.
Beets, Sophie. They found beets.
The room closed in around me. I couldn't breathe.
Dr. Agford pickles root vegetables every year and gives them as gifts for Thanksgiving. She's famous for it.
Mr. Katz clarified.
Perhaps you'd better explain your findings to the Youngs, Officer.
Officer Grady detailed in his gravelly voice how he and his partner had indeed discovered Dr. Agford cleaning up her kitchen after preparing beets. She'd had an unfortunate incident with the blender. He smiled at Agford as he finished.
The suspect then invited us to enjoy a glass of freshly prepared beet juice. Delicious, Dr. A. Really, thank you.
I jar them.
I would say.
They make great holiday gifts.
I hope I'm on your list this year.
They're amazing, Charlotte.
Mr. Cat said.
Honestly, I never liked beef before.
Agford pushed her smile so wide, I feared her face might snap like a rubber band and catapult across the room. The question was if I have any tips. I would say no. I think just getting rid of the idea of whether you believe in yourself or not. I think for me that was just the biggest hurdle. Oh, I'm not good enough. This isn't coming. Nobody believes in this is a waste of time. I should be out hanging out with my friends or making other things, prioritizing other things. And I think once you get rid of that idea and just say, hey, I believe in myself, I'm going to go forward, you start making strides a lot faster. Ask what appeals to you about writing for middle grade kids. Well, obviously, having taught you guys for so long, I feel very at home, and like I probably soaked up quite a bit of that age more than most. But I think it's a time where you understand the world. My main character's name is Sophie Young, wise and young. And that's what I love about writing for them. They're wise and can see things and can understand truths about the world, and they're just awakening to that, but they're also enthusiastic and young and silly, and I really enjoy that.
How did you come up with the title for The Tiara on the Terrace?
Well, it's very fun, and we can play this game right now. Once you have the format, right, which is weird thing on your head, and outward-facing architectural feature. Sort of go nuts, right? So Amelia suggested the title "The Beret on the Balcony." You can get kind of epic with it too. The tam o' shanter on the towel rack.